welcome back to Sisters United. You are joined by Player 1
and Player 2.
And welcome back to Dragon Age Origins with little Elissa Cousland, who in our last episode suffered betrayal.
Her parents dying
by that big-nosed man that I can't remember his name, Howard.
Arsehole.
And we came to this camp where we're to go speak with Elissa. However, because I've not played this game in ages, I was a bit of a noob, and I didn't go talk to everybody before moving on with the quest. So that is what we are going to do now.
Yes.
Greetings. King Cousland is not in his tent right now.
Do you know what the king is?
I believe he's with the Grey Wardens in camp, drinking. He holds them in high regard, you know, as his father did.
Oh, I see. Tell me about the king.
I suppose I do. Though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Teyrn Loghain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
We'll see him coming
well, it's up to you. Remember, how do you play her? Was she trained in the arts of war and you, or has she been raised to be a princess?
How should I know? I'm but a girl.
And remember, she didn't want to be a Grey Warden.
No,
as well, so.
I thought Grey Wardens knew all about the Darkspawn. The king thought it was funny that Teyrn called him reckless, and they fought about it.
I'm not a Grey Warden. The queen.
Well, I think she would know that.
Oh yes, do we fight off?
More than usual lately. Good thing the Teyrn's the only one who can speak to the king like that.
I should go.
As you wish.
Now, Loghain is the Queen's father.
You approach the tent of Teyrn Loghain. State your business.
Is the Tyrann inside? What is he doing?
He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activities.
Oh. I would like an audience.
I suppose
Mind
you
how
have a
we had
message for
that
him.
thing at the start where I
Hold
said
on
it would
then.
let us do things. That's what it does. It lets our persuade be up.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume.
I am not a Grey Warden yet.
You impressed His Majesty nonetheless. He could not contain his excitement over your meeting. Cousland's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden?
No, I didn't know that.
Marek respected the Grey Wardens. They have an honored place in the hearts of our people. But Marek would have understood that it takes more than legends to win a battle. That's not an argument I'll repeat here. You look familiar. Have I seen you at the Lands meet?
My father was the Teyrn of High.
The king told me of his promise. I'm certain he has every intention of following it through. I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you?
I hope not.
You're wiser than you look. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort.
You don't seem very fond of him.
He is Marek's son and the leader of my beloved Ferelden, and a very young man. I try to keep that in mind, as should you.
Greetings, young lady. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king.
I'm Elissa.
Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
Will you be fighting beside the king?
Not precisely. The Grey Wardens will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we have our parts to play. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
You faced Darkspawn before?
Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade?
What does the Fade have to do with anything?
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
What's the Black City?
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
And is that true?
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
I see. At least it's something to ponder.
Yes, occasionally it's wise to contemplate one's actions. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Welcome, young woman.
Who are you?
I am one of the Tranquil, my friend. I am of the Circle of Magi. But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the Circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
You speak very strangely.
Allow me to put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared?
Because magic is powerful and dangerous.
It is dangerous beyond its power. Those with magical talent attract demons and spirits. We can be possessed easily, and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood magic from these demons. Hence, we are considered dangerous. This is our curse. Thus, I was made tranquil, stripped of emotions and talent. I am no longer dangerous.
That sounds like a horror practice.
It might seem such to you, but I feel no horror. I am content to serve in my role.
How is someone made tranquil?
Our forehead is branded with magic, which stills our talent and mind. The process is irreversible as far as I am aware.
Oh God. I feel badly for you.
You do? I feel nothing. As the name suggests, my existence is quite peaceful. I am alive, productive, and no danger to anyone. Surely that is not a terrible thing. Perhaps we may speak of something else. Do you need assistance?
What's enchantment?
It is the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by
Oh,
the dwarves.
like
The
enchanting
Tranquil
your
have
weapons
learned
and
their
that.
runes,
I see.
and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects. We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff, or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not. Runes exist that hold the power of the elements that increase strength or swiftness. Almost any spell can be given permanency, given enough skill and lyrium. Naturally, the greater the power required, the more expensive the rune will become to create. True power comes with a price, as we know only too well.
Okay, let's go.
Goodbye.
There's a chest near him. I'm sure there is. Okay.
That course of action is
How
inadvisable.
dare you!
That's because it's his wee chest.
How dare you!
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you
That's
find
what happens.
Ah, I suspect you are one of the new Grey Wardens. Will you accept the Maker's blessing?
I will, thank you.
Then I bless you, Grey Warden, in the name of Andraste and the
Grey
Maker
Warden.
above. May the chant of light carry your name to the ears of our
I am
Lord.
not a Grey Warden yet!
Spawn are coming.
We have them on the run, I hear.
I saw them. We're gonna die.
I apologize, Warden. He's been like this ever since they found him in the wilds.
What's wrong with him? Oh, sorry.
The commander who brought
no!
him here didn't seem to think so.
You can feel it, can't you? They taint the land, turn it black and sick. Oh, you can feel it inside. They'll come out of that forest and spread. Like caterpillars covering a tree. They'll swallow us whole.
That's quite enough out of you. You need to calm yourself, my good man.
They were everywhere. I saw them.
Good to know.
If you're wondering what I'm looking for, there's a wee man trapped in a cage.
Sorry, miss. The army camp is off limits for you right now.
But I'm not sure. Found him.
Who is it?
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me?
You haven't been sentenced?
No. They put someone like me in a cage until someone important has time to decide what to do with me. I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you? All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
I'll see what I can do.
Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
Who is this prisoner exactly?
They say he was recruited before the war up in Dinnerham. Probably figured he'd never have to fight if he served the king, right?
Why did he want to desert?
Why does anyone want to desert? Because he thinks he's going to die and he's a bloody coward, that's why. Either that or he's been listening to a bunch of hogwash about how the Darkspawn will drag you off and eat you.
Seems... I had a chat with him, actually.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
He asked for some food with and water.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
So you miss one meal? This man could be hanged soon.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
I'll tell you lad, feed the poor man.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
Here's some food.
Much obliged. You're a kind soul, you are. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you.
I did a good thing.
Yes, it's all about how you want to play her. You know, she's kind, but she's naive. She doesn't, when she was wanting to basically get married eventually, and maybe does archery as a hobby.
I don't want to be here.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
What's a dick?
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
So,
Sora, what?
it's up to you.
How do I romance him? How do I romance?
No, because I can make sure it happens. So, is she going to be, that's terrible, a bit like, excuse what? Or just like, oh weird, or, I know, but she's not really...
Sorry, what?
Oh, nothing. Just trying to find a bright side to all this. Wait, we haven't met, have we?
No.
I don't suppose you happen to be another maid?
No! We haven't met. Am I wearing robes or wielding a staff?
One. The second one.
You never know, these mages sneak up on you. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit, from Highever. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
And you must be Alistair.
Did Duncan mention me? Nothing bad, I hope. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
The joining. Okay, well, can you tell me about this joining?
Honestly, nothing. Try not to worry about it. It will just distract you. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
So do I! You want more women in the Wardens, do you?
Would that be so terrible? Not that I'm some drooling lecher or anything. Please stop looking at me like that. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
No.
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things
Do not
started.
make it, you know, exciting. What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
No, I haven't.
Keep an eye out. Maybe we'll see one of them.
Okay. That argument I saw, what was it about?
With the mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
Oh, that would be awkward.
I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
I look forward to traveling with you.
You do? Huh. That's a switch.
seem nice.
If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Tell me a little about yourself.
As I said, I was trained as a Templar before Duncan recruited me about 6 months ago. The Chantry raised me. And becoming a Templar was a decision made for me a long time ago. Duncan saw I wasn't happy, and figured my training against mages could double for fighting Darkspawn. Now, here I stand, a proud Grey Warden. The Grand Cleric wouldn't have let me go if Duncan never forced the issue. I'll always be grateful to him.
Oh. You didn't want to join the Chantry?
It just wasn't for me. I believe in the Maker well enough, but I never wanted to devote my life to the Chantry.
You speak fondly of Duncan.
I spent years in that Chantry, hopelessly resigned to my fate. Duncan was the first person who cared what I wanted. He risked a lot of trouble with the Grand Cleric to help me.
Maybe Duncan thought you'd be useful.
Or maybe he just happens to be a good man.
Because I know you won't tell me anything about the joining ritual, so we're the Grey Wardens.
So I imagine. What would you like to know?
What makes you all so special?
The Grey Wardens are warriors without equal. Darkspawn threatened to destroy the world 4 times over. Each time, the Grey Wardens led mankind to victory. Nobody knows more about Darkspawn, and nobody's better equipped to deal with them. You'll see. Trust me.
Okay. So, they're knights? Heroes?
I don't know if I go that far. Duncan says the Grey Wardens do whatever is necessary to protect mankind from Darkspawn.
Oh.
That means some pretty extreme things. Whatever it takes to bring victory.
I'm not sure I know anything about the Grey Wardens.
Well, let's see. Surely you've heard of Weishaupt Fortress? The great eyrie carved into the White Cliffs far off in the Anderfels? That's where the Grey Wardens once kept their griffins. The griffins died out, however, and our numbers have dwindled since the last Blight. There's only a handful left in Ferelden. A few more in other nations.
Where are all the Grey Wardens now?
The others are camped with the King's soldiers in the valley. The King's given us a position of honor at the vanguard, despite our small numbers. I think Kalen is actually excited to ride into battle with us. Maybe he thinks that's what his father would have done.
So the Grey Wardens have the right to recruit anyone?
King Marek, Kaelin's father, reaffirmed the power the Grey Wardens were given during the Blights. In practice, we can't conscript too often without hurting our cause. We were exiled from Ferelden once. Best not to let that happen again.
That's all I wanted to know.
You want to ask me about something else?
This Blight Duncan mentioned.
Of course.
So what is a Blight? Where do the Darkspawn come from?
You want the Chantry's version or the truth?
The truth! They aren't the same thing?
They seldom are.
Give me the truth then.
The truth is, we don't really know. They come up from the ground, and that's as far as we've gotten.
Oh! Okay, so... what you talked about was the first Blight?
Yes, and it nearly wiped us out. When defeated, the Darkspawn flee back underground and seek out another old god to taint, thus bringing another Blight.
They go back at the ground? So where's this archdemon for this Blight?
We haven't seen it yet. People are beginning to think this is just an unusually large Darkspawn raid without an archdemon to unify them. But seriously, the archdemon could be in the wilds or underground. It could be hiding. Just because it hasn't shown itself doesn't mean it isn't out there.
That's a smart way of thinking. Why not kill the Darkspawn when they're underground?
They've controlled the deep roads ever since they defeated the Dwarven kingdoms.
Oh god.
Even if we invaded, we can only chase them so far.
Okay. What is an archdemon exactly?
The old gods were dragons. So the stories
Dragons?
say. Big ones. Intelligent.
It's a
even.
dragon.
The Tevinter Empire had big
It's a
statues
dragon.
of them. Each dragon had a name and a place in the cosmos. It's all very intricate. The archdemons may not be the old gods, but they're definitely dragons.
Ah! Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
Of
Oh,
course.
more. Oh, we're going to know more. Okay. How did the Grey Wardens defeat the Blights?
We chop off the snake's head. It's the only way. According to texts, the most famous Grey Warden leader, Garahel, killed the archdemon Underal in personal combat at the Battle of Aesley to end the last Blight. Without the archdemon to command them, the Darkspawn flee back underground.
How does anyone even know about this Blight?
The Grey Wardens keep watch. We feel the Darkspawn when they come. You'll understand after the joining, if you... well, you'll understand.
If I what?
Not to mention people...
If I what, Alistair?
...or out of the wild and taint everything around.
I'm interrupting you, I know, but if I what?
You want to ask me about something else?
There's no, I have no more questions.
Duncan is the leader
Okay,
of the
we'll
Grey
find out
Wardens
about
of
Duncan.
Find
Ferelden,
out about Duncan.
which he would say doesn't mean much,
Got
as
makeup
there aren't
for your
many
slip.
of us here. Yet, beyond that, he's a good man. A good judge of character. I owe him a lot. What about you? What do you think of him?
He seems like a kind man, if but I also owe him as well. He saved me.
That sounds familiar. He's done the best he can with what little he
I
has.
believe that.
And that includes me, I guess. You want to ask me about something else?
This upcoming battle?
The one tomorrow. I'll tell you. It's Tern Loghain we should be looking to win it, not the king. Kaelin just wants his place in history. The Tern is planning the strategy. That's my opinion, anyway. I guess I should be thankful the king favors us Grey Wardens. But I know who's keeping the lid on the pot.
What are the chances of success?
I'm sure Tern Loghain has the battle planned to the last detail. Still, no Blight has ever been defeated with so little cost.
How much will I be participating?
You know, that's a good question. The other Grey Wardens are riding into battle with the king. I don't know if you'll be with them.
Okay. That is all I wanted to know.
You want to ask me about something else?
No more questions.
Then let's get a move on, shall we?
Well, You're not what I thought you'd be.
And who are you?
The name's Davith. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they cooked this ritual up just for our benefit.
What do you know about this ritual?
I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
The barbarians, the forest, or the wild?
We're right on the northern edge of the Kakari Wilds here, miles and miles of savage country. My home village isn't far, and I grew up on tales about the wilds. Even been in there a few times. Scary place.
Why would they send us to the forest?
Sounds like some kind of test. Maybe we'll hunt us a souvenir or two. It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
Okay. They're forcing you to be here?
I've got nowhere else to go after what Duncan saved me from. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
Okay. Seems to be well being saved from something.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields her guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
I apologize, Duncan. I'll go collect who we're missing. This is Sir Jory, a knight from Redcliffe.
How do you do?
Hello.
And this, of course, is the recruit that Duncan said he was bringing.
I'm Elissa. Pleased to meet you.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
Okay. What do we need the Darkspawn blood for?
For the joining itself. I'll explain more once you've returned.
Go into the wild? It's not dangerous!
You weren't recruited out of charity. All 3 of you are skilled and resourceful. Alistair is the most junior member of our order and will accompany you as is tradition. Do not worry. I doubt you will need to go far into the wilds to find what you seek.
And what is the second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What if they're no longer there?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
Okay. Is this a part of our joining too?
No, but the effort must be made. I have every confidence you are up to the task.
Oh. Can't find the archive of the 3 vials of blood, understood.
The scrolls contain treaties
What
promising
do we do with
support.
the blood? What are we
Treaties
gonna do
that
with
may
the blood?
prove valuable in the days to
Oh,
come.
well, stuff.
Watch over your charges, Alistair.
I don't!
Return quickly
I don't,
and
but I don't!
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Good boy! There's people here. There are bodies here! Alistair?
Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
Let's try and bandage him up at least.
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you. I've got to get out of here.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
Oh, you sound like a coward to me, but let me think of a nicer way to say it. Go far from helpless here, we'll be fine. I'm sure. I don't want to be here, but we're far from helpless. You know, we were chosen for a reason.
If you want, you either have to do that one where it's like she's like it's a test, or I agree.
So overcoming these dangers is a part of our task.
That's true.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die.
I want to know why you
but we'll be
can't
warned about
sense
it
them.
first.
That is reassuring.
That's what I want.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Okay. So you're like a little soda, Alistair. Okay, that is fine. We went in a round circle. We're going back the way we came. Cause there's the doggo. Ooh, a herb. Oh, me in another life. I was a herbalist. Oh. I had a little square. Oh, wildflower.
That flower, white with a red centre. The Kennel Master at Ostagar was asking about those.
Why did he want them? Do you know?
The Kennel Master said this flower can help dogs that get sick from biting Darkspawn. At any rate, he was offering a reward if someone went into the wilds and brought him one. Might want to think about it is all.
Okay, I'll take it. There's more! Go! Are you not going to help? None of you are moving! Am I the only one doing things here? Go! Finally!
You're hopeless!
Yes, I'm talking to you! You're hopeless! Useless! I have to do all the work here. Do you know how many arrows I wasted? And how many arrows I took to the knee? Alistair, you doing okay? You don't look so good! You're below half health! Are you sure you're fine? It's my war cry! This is confusing! I'm getting lost! I'm getting lost out here! Why do I have to lead? I know you won't answer me.
Twisted creatures!
You came out of the ground! Animal die! There's a cage over there. There's a cage, and I'm going to go have a look at it.
Darkspawn! Kill them all!
Hit me, Sid! Hit me, Sid! Ah! Oh, you didn't hit me, that's fine. The Darkspawn, they're awfully heavily armored. You nasty Darkspawn! Killing all those beautiful puppies!
We just killed the whole bunch.
They attacked us! We were doing it to survive. Doggos. Oh, puppy. At least you took out a lot of them. Who are you? Oh, for goodness sake. Sprinkle more ash on the pile of stone. What does it do? What is... Oh! What is that? Maybe I should have left it alone!
Well,
Ah!
we found the dead mage and this was something that they wanted us to do.
Now's better than later.
Pile of rags. Whew! I'm getting quite a workout. Never been out and not sat down for so long.
Covered in blood.
Covered in blood and murky. I stink of sweat. And bile and puke and guts. Stink like shit. I want a bath. It looks like it's been broken. Nothing is it.
Well, well. What have we here?
Oh, hello there.
Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey? What say you, Scavenger or intruder?
I am neither! The Grey Warden was on this tower.
'Tis a tower no longer. The wilds have obviously claimed this desiccated corpse. I have watched your progress for some time. Where do they go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
She's a witch of the wilds, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there. Women do not frighten like little boys. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine.
You can call me.
And you may call me Morrigan, if you wish. Shall I guess your purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer. You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened.
Then who removed them?
'Twas my mother, in fact.
Oh. Can you take us to her?
There is a sensible request. I like you.
I'd be careful. First it's, I like you, but then zap. Frog time.
She'll put us all in the pot, she will. Just
Shut
you
up,
watch.
boys. If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'd be a nice change.
Follow me then, if it pleases you.
Let us go.
Greetings, Mother. I bring before you 4 Grey Wardens who...
I see them, girl. Much as I expected.
Are we supposed to believe you were expecting us?
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Quiet, Davith. If she's really a witch, do you want to make her mad?
There is a smart lad. Sadly irrelevant to the larger scheme of things, but it is not I who decides. Believe what you will. And what of you? Does your woman's mind give you a different viewpoint? Or do you believe as these boys do?
I am no fool. If that is what you're asking.
Oh, if you must protest so quickly, perhaps I need not ask. So much about you is uncertain, and yet I believe. Do I? Why, it seems I do.
So this is a dreaded Witch of the Wilds.
Witch of the Wilds, huh? Morrigan must have told you that. She fancies such tales, though she would never admit it. Oh, how she dances under the moon.
They did not come to listen to your wild tales, Mother.
True, they came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected these.
You... Oh, you protected them?
And why not? Take them to your Grey Wardens and tell them this Blight's threat is greater than they realize.
Thank you for returning them.
Such manners. Always in the last place you look. Like stockings. Oh, do not mind me. You have what you came for.
Time for you to go, then.
Do not be ridiculous, girl. These are your guests.
Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
Michael!
Greetings. Are you one of the Grey Wardens that went into the wilds? Did you happen to see any white flowers?
Yes, in fact, I have one with me.
I don't know for sure that the flower will aid my poor hounds, but it's worth trying. I have, let's see, 20 silver to offer as a reward for it.
The reward's not necessary. I was in the area.
You're very generous. Thank you for your help. Perhaps we won't lose as many hounds today as I'd feared.
Enjoy. I am a good person. Has good boy been good?
So you returned from the wilds. Have you been successful?
We have. Not that it was easy, but yes.
Good. I've had the Circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately.
Maybe we should tell you about Morgan and her mother.
There was a woman at the tower, and her mother had scrolls. They were both very... odd.
Were they wilder folk?
I don't think so. They might be apostates. Mages hiding from the Chantry.
I know you were once a Templar, Alistair, but Chantry business is not ours. We have the scrolls. Let us focus on the joining.
Okay. What if we have second thoughts?
Let me be very clear on that point. You are not volunteers. Whether you were conscripted or recruited, you were chosen because you are needed. There is no turning back now.
That's not fair.
You must gather your
That's
courage
not fair,
for what comes next.
Courage? How much danger are we in?
I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now, rather than later.
What do you mean? What do you mean now? Is that why the join is so secret?
If only such secrecy were unnecessary, and all understood the necessity of such sacrifice. Sadly, that will never be so.
Let's go then. I'm anxious to see this joining now.
I agree. Let's have it done.
Then let us begin. Alistair, take them to the old temple.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
I don't like this any more than you do.
I only know that my wife is in Highover with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the Blight.
But we don't know that, Devas.
Don't we? The Grey Wardens have saved the world from Darkspawn before. I'd say they know better than anyone what it takes. You saw those Darkspawns tonight. Wouldn't you die to protect your pretty wife from them?
Maybe
you'll die. Maybe we'll all die. If nobody stops the Darkspawn, we'll die for sure.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last, we come to the joining. The Grey Wardens were founded during the first Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures.
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before you. This is the source of our power and our victory.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the Darkspawn and use it to slay the Archdemon.
But there's got to be another prize. Those who survive?
Not all who drink the blood will survive, and those who do are forever changed. This is why the joining is a secret. It is the price we pay. We speak only a few words prior to the joining, but these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten. And that one day, we shall join you.
Davith, step forward.
It's a big goblet. There's a huge goblet for just some blood. Is it okay?
Maker's breath.
I am sorry, Davith. Step forward, Jory.
But I have a wife, a child. Had I known...
There is no turning back.
Oh God!
No. You ask too much. There is no glory in this.
Duncan? Well, obviously, we can't let this go.
I am sorry.
Okay, so drink or die. I'm going to die anyway.
But the joining is not yet complete. You are called upon to submit yourself to the taint for the greater good.
Oh, it's fine. I only took a little sip of salt and colour.
From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden.
Ow! Oh God! No! I don't want to fight that!
It is finished. Welcome.
2 more deaths. In my joining, only one of us died, but it was horrible. I'm glad at least one of you made it through.
How do you feel?
Nothing you said prepared me for that, Duncan.
Such is what it takes to be a Grey Warden.
Did you have dreams? I had terrible dreams after my joining.
Such dreams come when you begin to sense the Darkspawn, as we all do. That and many other things can be explained in the months to come.
Before I forget, there is one last part to your joining. We take some of that blood and put it in a pendant. Something to remind us of those who didn't make it this far.
Duncan?
Take some time. When you're ready, I'd like you to accompany me to a meeting with the king.
Okay.
The meeting is to the west, down the stairs. Please attend as soon as you're able.
Good boy.
If the king wants
Okay,
to see you and Duncan, you
so I
probably
think
shouldn't keep him
that's
waiting.
going to be...
He might get mad, start crying. You'll feel bad. And, well, it won't.
Shut up, Alistair!
That's going to be it for this episode. So if you've enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. And in the next episode, we will probably try and get through where we end up traveling with Alistair.
Yeah.
To go to the mage, like, we don't have to go to the mage tower first, like, 'cause we have Alistair and Morrigan, but we will be going to the mage tower first.
Yes.
So no, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye.